So I have this node also, which is nice. I mean, it allows you to select faces in a mesh. So let's say you have this cube here, and you want to select, for example, the faces that are pointing downwards. So if I were to just, connect this here, so if I were to just connect this here, and then, not use this setup here. Oh, sorry, let me just remove a few things. So I have this cube, right? So then whatever, it's placed in the world somewhere. And I want to set the position, but only of the faces pointing downwards. Let's say, for example, if I just do this and I select this here, so basically what I'm trying to do is I'm taking the normal pointing downwards into the z direction. So these faces, normally they have a normal that's -1 in the z direction. So normally if I say less than -03, it should be able to select those faces and whatever. Normally I should be able to, for example, move them around here with this node. But if I do this, let's say I move them around. So if I do this, well, it seems it's working, but actually it's selecting the normals of the vertices. It's not really selecting the faces. So for example, if I increase this, well, decrease it to minus, 0.6, then it starts to not work anymore because it's, selecting the vertices which have this normal instead of the faces. So what I did here is I made a small node here which has, just 5 things inside, and it's on GitHub, so you can find it there also. It will be in the description, the link. And so when I do this, so instead of doing this setup, I can pass my, whatever geometry I have through here. So the same thing, but instead of selecting directly, the faces, trying to select them like this, if I pass this into here, and then I try to select, the faces using this, these, well, this node basically going through here, it selects the faces correctly, even if I decrease it even further and further. So it's a quick way to select faces, for example, on a mesh. So I think it's useful. So what we can also do is use other, well, we can also do other stuff with this selection. We can, for example, raycast those faces onto, this plane on the bottom. So I made a plane here, which is here. So I made it with those 2 nodes here, just a simple grid, positioned a bit downwards. So this is the original grid. I put it a bit downwards. Well, I lower the position. And so then when I take this grid and I join it with, my initial cube here, this is what I get, So let's just reset the position here of these 2 faces. And if we just use, if we just project those faces onto this grid here, we can just do hit position into the position, input here, and it seems to work. So it's just it's just useful if anybody wants it. Yeah, and we can also change the direction of the raycast. So let's say we don't want it downwards, straight downwards, but maybe to a slight angle here. So if anybody wants it, it's in the description.